Hello, my name's Lisa and I work for Barnsley Museums. It's quite dark in here. That's because it's night time. The perfect time for a shadow story. And I'm going to be using this special projector here to tell a shadow story today. And this is Tawny Owl. Today's story is called A Perfect Place. We might meet some other animals like Tawny Owl who wake up when it's dark outside. Are you ready? Let's turn down the lights. A Perfect Place by Lisa Difford. High up in the old oak tree, a great place for Tawny Owl to see. The moon and stars to light the way in the woods at the end of the day. It's time for Owl to start his quest to find a nice warm place to nest. Owl spread his wings and took to flight in the twinkling pale moonlight. But where to look that could be good? In the deepest, darkest wood. Over the treetops, Tawny Owl flew, calling softly, twit, to woo. Out of the night grew a beech tree tall. It made Tawny Owl feel very small. The queen of trees with a large dome crown, wearing her leaves like a majestic gown. Oval leaves and smooth grey bark, a sight for Owl, even in the dark. A perfect place to make a home? When Owl noticed he was not alone. At the bottom of the trunk so wide, a hole in the ground Tawny Owl spied. When out of the hole a fox did jump. He sat looking at Owl on an old tree stump. Fox had a red bushy tail and slender nose, pointed ears and 4 black toes. He told Owl this was Fox's glen, and the hole in the ground made a perfect den. Owl spread his wings and took to flight in the twinkling pale moonlight. But where to look that could be good? In the deepest, darkest wood. Over the treetops, Tawny Owl flew, calling softly, twit, to woo. In a thicket, down on the ground, a holly tree that's green all year round. The dark green leaves are very shiny, but by heck, they're very spiny. With leaves that prickle and berries bright red, could this be the place Owl makes his bed? A perfect place to make a home? When Owl noticed he was not alone. Out of the holly there came a snuffle, and through the leaves something did a shuffle. Out peeked a nose with a pig-like grunt, a hedgehog looking for worms to hunt. The holly leaves are very prickly, but she's a hedgehog, so finds them tickly. She rolls herself up very small, under the holly, asleep in a ball. Owl spread his wings and took to flight in the twinkling pale moonlight. But where to look that could be good? In the deepest, darkest wood. Over the treetops, Tawny Owl flew, calling softly, twit, to woo. As the night stars start to fade, Owl spots a lonely hillside glade. A shortish stump with feather-like leaves place to rest under the elder tree's eaves. In spring, an umbrella of flowers cream. In autumn, dark purple berries gleam. A perfect place to make a home, when Owl noticed he was not alone. A face with stripes of black and white, claws for digging and teeth that bite. A badger's body is grey and burly, the tail you see that's short and furry. A set underground is a badger's home, they have smaller sets for when they roam. A bed made of grass, bracken and hay, a place for badgers at the end of their day. Owl spread his wings and took to flight in the last of the pale moonlight. But where to look that could be good? In the deepest, darkest wood. Over the treetops, Tawny Owl flew, calling softly, twit, to-woo. Owl didn't know what to do, so back to the oak tree, tired Owl flew. The king of the woods, the oak stands high, a canopy of branches that touches the sky. Bunches of leaves with little stalks at all, brown leaves in autumn when acorns fall. A perfect place to make a home, when Owl noticed he was not alone. A rounded head and eyes that were big made Owl nervous and twitch on his twig. A hooked beak and brown grey feathers, keeping her warm, whatever the weathers. Out of the tree the lady owl fluttered. Come share my nest, this lady owl uttered. Together they entered and went for a rest. Now sharing a home, Owl truly felt blessed.
Tawny Owl looks very happy to have found his perfect place and someone to share it with. All the animals in today's story had a perfect place. Fox had his den, the hedgehog under the holly tree, and the badger his set. If you had to choose your perfect place, where would it be, and who or what would you like to share it with? You can send us your pictures, stories or videos of your perfect place to the email address on the screen. I hope you enjoyed our shadow story today. I look forward to seeing all your pictures and stories. Until next time, goodbye.